G'day, today we're going to have a look at level 29 in Train Valley 2. This one is called Switzerland. Okay, so we've got 16 minutes. We can't use pause, which I find always a tricky one, and we have to avoid train crashes, which obviously we want to do anyway. Okay, so first things first, as any of the ones where you can't pause, my first recommendation is to make sure in the settings you have tick start level paused, because you can see I haven't failed the challenge yet. And I do get to start with it paused so we can have a look at the map and get an idea of what we need to do. Okay, so we have up here, this guy wants to get 10 of the polymers. Down here this guy wants 8 of the furniture, and then behind that he wants 10 of these new guys, goods. And so sorry, yeah, you can't see it now, but it will be 10 of those that he wants. So we're going to need 20 polymers, 10 for there and 10 for here. And then we're going to need 8 chairs there and 8 chairs over here, so that's 16 chairs. Which means that probably the wood is what we're going to need the most of. So we will set ourselves up to get a few of these really short connections first, and ideally as much building as we can do early as possible so that we don't waste time trying to work out building later. Okay, so this guy here can go and deal with this. This guy here, we can try and get him to get some oil. So let's, no, we want to go this way, down that hill and around. So he's good. And this guy here is a little bit trickier to do. So ultimately what we're going to do is use this tunnel here to connect a bridge to get to this side here. So what we're going to do with our last 12,000, since nothing else is overly close, I suppose except this, but we don't need that till the very end. So what we'll do is we'll build the path that we will need. So we're going to go straight up there. So we'll build that path to about here, just so we remember where we've got it. And then what we're going to have to do is just build a path down and around that way. Now the pain of this is that there's no real way to get this guy to connect to that guy with a turn facing him. So what we're going to have to do is just wait till we can build to there, and then every now and then we'll send a guy from there to go start making glass, because we don't need that for a while anyway until we can connect this guy to the rest of the world. Okay, so once we start, then we're set, and we've got to remember we can't hit pause. So here we go. Okay, so we'll start off with some lumber down there, some oil up here, and that guy doing nothing. Both of these can take 10, and we'll automatically start manufacturing, so we can just give it a little bit of a delay to send our third car to them. Okay, and we'll make that connection there, send this guy up. I mean, alternatively, late in the game you could send guys this way and send them down to do this, but since we're just waiting for to get enough guys in these places to send more, we may as well just do a few of these now anyway. We'll send that guy on, pause him. You can see basically we don't have enough workers to get anything else done, so we may as well just get this, because ultimately we are going to need 16 glass. There's a lot to focus on in this level, so time is going to be the tricky thing. I'd say we're probably going to need to do it a few times, just to sort of get your timing down right. We're going to need a lot of wood because we need a lot of boards. It will be... we need 16 boards for the furniture, and then we need another 10 boards for the goods. So that's going to be 26 boards. So we may as well be aware of that and get these guys going. But what we can pretty much do is get enough guys in here to be sort of covered for the whole thing. So like I said, we need 16. We've actually already got 16 in there, which is great. This guy can also hold 12 here, so that's also great, because that means that we can now just send 4 loads of of 3 loads of wood to hit our maximum 12. Now that's already maxed out there, so what we'll do is we'll send some workers from down here, but then we'll send some from the top too. Okay, now we've got a fair bit of money. So what we want to start doing is getting other things connected. So we will build this bridge here, and we will join it up. So now we can get glass from the rest of the world. We'll build that bridge there and join him up. And then we can get our goods going here. So we can start sending our glass off to its next destination. And we'll send one guy from up here down there. And we'll send some more guys to go make us more wood. Once our glass gets there, so this can hold 12 as well. So we can send 3 loads of that, and then we can send 10 workers behind this glass. Probably want to use these guys here just to make wood, because we need a lot more wood at the moment. Okay, so let's start sending our workers up behind this. Okay, so the only things we currently still don't have a connection to are this guy up here, which we can just fix nice and easily. That guy's in play. The electricity down here, and the polymers. Okay, so once this guy sort of gets to a safe spot, then what we can do is start sending our boards down. So in the meantime, we'll just send some more guys down here. And we'll send some guys just around here ready to go. So, like I said, we need 10 of those, so we may as well just send 3 cars worth of guys there to fill it up with its 10. Alright, we can start sending down our boards too. Alright, and so while that's going, we'll set up our next one, which will be the electricity. Now with the electricity, we only need to connect this one way, because no one's going to come back from electricity. We're just sending guys over, so it can just be a direct route to that right there. We'll start sending some wood up to get our next loads going. And there's no point, we don't need electricity until we've got the polymers going, and that's definitely the most expensive thing that we've got to do. So we needed 16 shares, so we can send 4 more things over to get this going. So we've already got our, we'll send these guys down this way. Actually, sorry, we'll send one more there first. So we'll send 4 of that to here, because it can now handle it. We'll send 4 guys up behind it. We'll send some more guys just to make us a little bit more lumber. And we will send 12 more guys down here as well. Now to get from here, it did make me scratch my head for a little while trying to work it out. And you actually have to go this way. Now that's obviously already past this track, so it doesn't look like that's actually going to work. But we've got to go through here. So 74,000 for that one. You can see it is nice and expensive. We connect it there, and then we connect this guy there. So we can start sending our oil down, and we just want to make sure we don't send anyone across that at the same time. So it'd be a disaster. Okay, so that can handle 10. So we'll send 2 lots of these, and then we will send some guys behind it. And then basically this workers here can just be permanently set to funding electricity. Okay, now we can send this guy too. Oops, Let's just pause him. And sorry, just gotta make sure he goes the right way. Okay, so I'll turn him around, flick that one, send another guy, turn this guy around, send him over here, and then we can start sending guys down this way to do electricity. Doesn't really matter how many guys we send here because we've got an endless supply of workers and they're pretty close. Okay. So next what we'll do is we'll start sending the chairs home. Actually, we might send the chairs this way first because this is the more in the way route. So we'll send them down. So it's down through here because that's got to cross across our polymers route. So we may as well just get that them out of the way. And once that guy passes there, we'll send some more oil too. Okay, and so we'll start sending our other chairs home. We'll start sending this down. So we need 20 of these. So we've got 12 more basically in here that we can send down. So we do have enough to go. And we'll send this guy. So that's the chairs done. So it is just now the polymers and the goods that we're worried about. We want to keep an eye on this because we don't want these guys to arrive too soon. And we've got to keep an eye on how much electricity we've got going. So once this chair arrives here, okay, so that guy can definitely still be delivered. So we'll send another man as well. We'll send 2 lots of trains over here just to keep the power on for these guys. There's no real emergency on this guy arriving, so we'll just stop him there. And that's running well enough that we can send our last lot of everything to get down here. And actually what we also need is we're going to need a bit more wood arriving down there. So we've currently got 7, so we need 1 more load of wood to get up there, but we have to pass this cross here, so we've just got to wait for this guy to come through. And then we also just need to send probably 1 more load of workers too. So we'll get him to wait. Let's swap those ones. Okay, great. So now we're maxed out on our polymers here. So what we will do is start sending them up. Oh, actually I was going to upgrade trains before I did that. Damn. Actually no, there might be an easier solution for this. What we'll do is we'll stop these trains. So the awkward thing here is that we've actually got to do... oh, that's not going to work either. We've got to do some pretty tight math on this because we've got the exact amount. So what we should have done is upgraded our trains to send them in there. So what we'll do is we'll send 1 of 4 here. Then our next one, which is going to be a 5, we will send to here. Make sure that one goes to there, yep. And then our next one of 5, we will also send to here, which means we'll only be left with 6, and we can send that as 2 train loads to there, so our math still just gets through. Okay, so then what we also want to do is send these guys this way. We need some more polymers being made, so let's get our electricity going. Stop him. But we want this guy as close as possible because we want to get straight into making because we've only got 5 minutes left. Okay, so we ultimately need 10 more electricity from this point. And the good news is the polymers going from here won't actually ever cross the path of the guys going here and tilt down here, I suppose. So hopefully these guys can get out of here well before those guys make it all the way down. Alright, now we wait. We'll send that one because it's not going to be an even train anyway. Seven guys there still, and we've still got 5 to go. Just in case, we'll send another one. That guy's definitely going in. We'll send these 2. We'll send those guys. Alright, so this guy's passed across, so we'll send this first load home. There we go. So let's get that guy home. Done. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. I think definitely that's one that you want to have a look at before you actually can finish the first time, because not pausing on a time limit can always be pretty tricky, and that is a pretty elaborate build that you need to do with that many bridges in that tunnel. But yeah, until next time, I'll catch you later.